In the realms of wisdom, there exists an African proverb that proclaims, "You can't conceal a pregnancy," conveying the indomitable nature of truth. Recent events in the U.S. District Court in Chicago have brought Bola Tinubu to a critical juncture, where the unassailable truth has risen to the fore. The attorney representing Chicago State University disavowed the certificate Tinubu had submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, before a judge. He declared that they could not affirm or deny its authenticity. In the event of a court-issued subpoena, they would be unable to respond with a simple yes or no. Curiously, there were references made to the year 1997 instead of the correct year, 1979. This discrepancy could be attributed to the discovery that one of the signatories on Tinubu's certificate had worked at Chicago State University in the 1990s. Such a scenario implies time travel, an implausible notion. To gauge the potential outcome of this case, one need only consider the incisive query posed by the judge during the court proceedings. Does this mean Tinubu possesses a certificate whose origins remain shrouded in mystery? Atiku's legal representative promptly responded with a resounding, "Yes, Your Honor." It was a pivotal moment. Up until now, the defense's stance, led by Tinubu and his associates, had always maintained that the university had duly confirmed Tinubu's attendance and graduation. However, this is not the crux of the issue. The same response could be elicited from virtually any university. Merely getting the names right, first and last, would suffice to elicit a positive response. The true test lies in probing deeper, inquiring about gender, appearance, height, and other particulars about the individual who supposedly attended the university. This is precisely what Atiku is pursuing. For those wondering why a U.S. court is meddling in Nigerian affairs, it is important to clarify that the judge's jurisdiction is over Chicago State University. The judge will determine whether the university will provide the requested documents to Atiku. Some might also question why Atiku is challenging Tinubu in a U.S. court. The answer lies in the Nigerian Constitution, which stipulates that any individual who submits a forged certificate while vying for an elective position must face disqualification. From the outset, suspicions were rife that Tinubu's submitted certificate to INEC was forged. A Nigerian lawyer had already acquired the original certificate from Chicago State University through a subpoena, revealing stark discrepancies. Today, Chicago State University's attorney has admitted in court that they do not know the certificate's origin. While he refrains from using the term forgery, his choice of words, such as "we cannot answer yes or no" and "we don't know where it came from," hints at this conclusion. The judge, of course, sees through this language, as evidenced by his pointed question during the court proceedings. Atiku's approach, therefore, seems to be the correct one, seeking the truth through legal means. Regardless of one's political inclinations, it is impossible to argue against the pursuit of truth. If anyone opposes this endeavor, there may be hidden agendas at play. A nation should be built upon the foundation of truth. If individuals in positions of power can deceive their way into leadership, what precedent does this set for the populace? Leaders must set an example, and the conduct of leaders influences their followers. The path we tread as a nation is contingent upon this. Amid these developments, there is another document, integral to the entire affair, the GCE, General Certificate of Education, results submitted to Chicago State University. This document, obtained through a subpoena and stamped by the FCT High Court, raises questions about whether the subjects passed were sufficient to gain entry into a university for the study of accounting. Individuals residing in the United States may be better suited to address this inquiry. In conclusion, democracy remains the most commendable form of government. It prevails in vast nations such as India, with over 1 billion citizens, and continues to thrive despite the enormity of its population. Why, then, does it encounter obstacles in a country as relatively small as Nigeria and in some other African nations? The answer is straightforward. It is the conduct of those in power that poses the problem. In democracies where the rules are adhered to, progress and development abound. Politicians understand that there are consequences for their actions and that they will be held accountable by the electorate. Conversely, in democracies with poor governance, poverty, and neglect prevail because the operators flout the rules without repercussion. Operators in well-functioning democracies comprehend that accountability is essential. In nations with weak democratic structures, those in power misuse their authority, often with impunity. Calls for military coups, while understandable in some respects, are fraught with their perils due to the potential for further abuses of power. Hence, in Nigeria's context, it is not a viable option at present. In these trying times, it is natural for some to feel disillusioned and abstain from voting. However, we must persist in our fight for democracy. Democracy is undeniably the superior form of governance. If we remove corrupt operators and replace them with individuals who respect democratic principles, change will become a reality. Our collective voice, when unified, holds immense power. By participating in elections and exercising our right to free speech, we maintain the pressure for positive change. Let us remember that we are all part of the broader struggle for democracy, not just in Nigeria, but in all African countries where democratic principles are disregarded. When you engage with these issues, do not dismiss them as irrelevant. Every voice matters, every contribution counts, and collectively, we can affect change. If you are watching our video for the first time, I suggest you subscribe to our channel for more interesting and captivating information. Turn on the bell notification to get alert on all our recent posts so you won't miss out any. Share your thought in the comment section and share these videos with family, friends, and concerned Nigerians. Thanks for watching.